Hello and welcome to my tree house. This is Amethyst Star Willow, and this is another weekly read. All my readings are timeless, meaning that whenever you come upon it, then maybe there's something here that you needed. So you'll have group A, B, and C, and we're going to begin with group A. I haven't even shuffled the oracle cards yet, messages for them yet, but that's okay. So we're going to ask for group A what we need to know for group A. And so we're going to, we got two of them for group A. We got, these are angel cards, and we have enthusiasm and expectancy. So we'll look at that in a minute. So again, this is for group A. And let me see what else we get for group A today. Let's see. This reading is for group A. Oh my goodness. All right. Just there we go. All right. Ooh, different perspective. All right. Looking at things differently then. All right, universe. We will see what you want for group A, actually. And this is the crossing. Whoa, okay. Why am I not surprised on that one? We have enthusiasm, expectancy. We have mystery. Card of the self. Imprison yourself. Card of interesting. Interesting. I'm going to put that one there because I almost felt when I was trying to get this card, we're going to go right there. All right, and let's figure out what this means. All right, so there's a difference. You have the Hangman. I don't do upside down cards, so I know that some of these fell out upside down, but you have the Hangman, and the Hangman is about seeing something from a different perspective. You see how his head is illuminated? And sometimes looking at things from another point of view gives you some sense of clarity. This is your situation right now. And you're kind of looking for this particular group A. It's like there's a need to look at things from different perspectives, or you're trying to. Actually, it's what more I feel like you're trying to look at things from different perspective. And what's challenging you is a lot of other egos. Now, it could be the ego within you fighting. You know, this could be internal. So situations vying for your attention. Do this, no, do that, do this, do that. You know, you want to do this project, but you want to do that. So there's a lot of like either internal and I say and or because sometimes it's both and sometimes it's just one. It could be external, meaning that there are those around you that are, there's a lot of strife and a lot of different points of view, and things aren't quite smooth sailing, let's say, around you. This is your challenge to try and look at things from another perspective. Maybe even just, you know, he's hanging upside down, so maybe even just kind of hang loose and hang back and just be the observant. Because there's a lot of either, like I said, internal or external, and I feel like there's a lot of external here too. That's why I said it might be both, but there's like situations where people are clashing, ideas are clashing, everybody's vying for the same attention. No, my way is right. No, my way. Look at my way. No, you know. So like, there's this dissension, right? This squabbling, and that's your challenge to sort of hang loose and you know, look at it from a different perspective. Don't get involved, you know, let the light shine and be illuminated by this, by looking at this from another perspective. Your foundational card, and I always, for me, the foundation card is like the inner you, like the almost like the inner child, like the spirit within. foundation, the inside you, the child within. And so it's asking you to grasp the not just love, because the passion for something that you, it could be like some insight into something that was a project, an idea, or some sort of passion, something that you held very close to your heart, that is causing you to look at things now differently, and maybe going against the grain, maybe not going with all of that, but trying to figure out who you are and what you want, and looking inside within, for that insight, looking to your subconscious, to the spirit within, and to your connection with the divinity, whether that's within you, which I always feel, but I also feel that it's around you. So it's you, it's that spark of the infinite that's within you, but there's many other sparks, and it's almost like the universe or the angels or your guides giving you some more wisdom, some insight, offering you that cup also of peace. I'm hearing peace. So peace of mind, peace of heart. So take it if it resonates, because for some of you, this is what I'm really feeling, like this peace, this internal peace, this cup of peace is being offered to you at this time when things around you are very chaotic. You're being challenged by a lot of chaos. There's your past energy was the lovers, and or rather the two of cups. I don't know why I'm looking at this as the lovers, because I feel like there was love, concern, and there was a choice too, that had to deal with maybe this relationship for some of you. And I feel like there was some sort of a choice. There was, at its heart, and I'm just going to tell you what I'm feeling. At its heart, and this may not resonate with all of you, but at its heart, this was a very, like, it started out as a very dreamy, this dream of you coming together with someone. It could have even been you coming together with parts of yourself that had been through trauma and other things maybe ripped apart. So it could have been that too, but I feel like there was some decision made that had to do with love, that had to do with a partner. This was in your past, and I feel that some of you were able to come together to get at the root of why you were together to begin with, why you came together. Because a lot of times when you're in very long-term relationships, we change, we go through things, and sometimes you forget why you're with someone to begin with. You forget what you saw in them. And if that person, you both have your things, but if you keep committing every day to reinforce that, to see the best of each other, and that doesn't mean you don't question things, and things that you don't like, you obviously are going to talk about it in a diplomatic way, but you also, there's a respect here. There's there's some kind of bonding that I feel like some of you chose that. There was some sort of choice, and it had to do with love, and I feel like some of you accepted that love. And again, this is very important right now, your foundation. The cup of peace is being given to you, because there is a lot of squabbles, which I don't really feel are in your relationship that is romantic. I feel like this is much more platonic. It could be family, it could be, just like I said, it could be internal within you, the ego fighting for attention. The other card, to me, the most important cards, and if you've seen my channel before, I've always said that to me it's the inner child, the spirit child, and then the highest self is to me the spirit card, which is this next one, and it is the high priestess. And the high priestess knows that there is more than what things seem like. So the counsel that your highest self is saying right now is twofold. In a way, it almost mirrors the hangman of looking at things from another point of view, because there's a lot of mystery. There's a lot of things that are not in the open. There's sort of, I don't know if the word murky keeps coming up, even though that's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling foggy, so maybe murky's good, because what I'm seeing is a mist. And like you're trying to perceive what's on the other side of the mist. And so intuition is important. If you look at her hem, it turns into water that surrounds the moon, which the moon by its very self does not illuminate all. It illuminates, but even on a full moon, you can't see everything as clearly as you can in the daytime. So there are things that are sort of hidden. Like I said, there's this sort of mist, this veil and she holds the key. So your higher self holds the key. So basically, what I'm sensing is that everything isn't as it seems, and a lot of your insight in order to navigate through these situations is within you. It's in your highest self, and for you to connect with that either through meditation, prayer, asking for guidance. But this is what I'm getting: expectancy and enthusiasm too, expecting that you will get the answers that you need. Enthusiastic that the cup of peace is being offered to you, that there will be some resolution to all of this. Just don't get directly involved. Like I said, sort of like hang back and observe. For some of you, your card of self is you're feeling imprisoned by something, and this is an illusion. You have the key. You're not imprisoned. You can walk out. You can find your way, but there's something that some anxiety, some thought, maybe too much thinking about this that's going on, that's made you feel like you have no choice. But you do have a choice. You always have a choice. And when you calm yourself and you rise above and you ask for that insight and you become peaceful, you accept that cup of peace within you from your inner self, your inner child, you will find the way out. You will find the way out, because you will see that you hold the key all along, and that a lot of what you're afraid of is just an illusion. It's just a state of mind, which is why I said it could also be an internal challenge that you're dealing it with, not just an external challenge, because the ego never wants to let go. I see for your environment, there's two different things. There's a death, and there's a promise of something from your childhood. And this death, I feel like the death is twofold. I feel like the death is that a part of you, or a part of this expectancy of what you thought in your childhood, or something to do with family or whatever, what you expected, those expectations have to come to an end, because the only ones we can really expect from, I think, and I'm not saying this, I don't want to get into a big long thing, but basically, we have to expect the best out of ourselves. I really feel that. I feel like really getting to know yourself, when you do, and you let the ego die, this ego that's always vying for attention, or the chaos in your life, you let it go. You accept the peace. You either move away from the toxicity, or you just put the boundaries up and you refuse to deal with it. And in that sense, there's a death of the ego within you to try to be right, or to try to be the fix-it person that's always trying to fix things, that's always handing the cup of love to others that may or may not be accepting it. And so there's something that has to do with your belief system, or people in your childhood that can no longer continue the way you saw them, what you expected from them, or what they expected from you. Things are not, there's a death of that. And there is another card of illumination, the Tower. And this is the hopes and fears. This is your card of hopes and fears. And the Tower basically is illumination and the getting rid of the ego, which I think one of the groups got this last week. And it's as if you are all of a sudden gain the insight that throws the prison, the tower that imprisoned you, it breaks it open so that illumination can come in and you can see clearly. And this is both your hopes and your fears, meaning that maybe you're hanging on to something that you don't want to let go. So you've imprisoned yourself. Here's the card of self. And you don't want to let go. You don't want to see things as clearly, or accept something that needs to go. The way you're looking at it. And I'm not seeing this as particularly some catastrophic event. I'm seeing this as sort of self-realization, that when you see clearly this oh God, what is the name? There's it's not just the ego, and I don't want to say dictatorship. There's something like that though, and I can't think of the word. It's what I'm feeling. This sense of having to bow down to something that is not in your heart. Who you are and what resonates with you is going to, you're going to get that guidance, and it's just going to be shattered. I see your Knight of Wands as the card of your outcome, and we're going to get a few more cards for the outcome because I don't know that this is clear enough. But the Knight of Wands is rushing to something. You know, you have these ideas, these projects, this passion, these insights, this crusade that you want to go on for self. You know, this something that you really believe in. You know, it could be a project, it could be something that you really believe in, that you're very passionate about, and you want to go, go, go. And I think to be careful, because not that it doesn't mean that you shouldn't go, because I see you rushing through this with enthusiasm. You know, I really do. Just be careful that you don't jump the gun, because you know the knights, a lot of times, you know, especially the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Swords, they could just rush very quickly without really looking at everything. So yes, move forward. There's a lot of movement forward. um, uh, there's a lot of movement forward. There's some new and fresh seeds that are being planted towards this project. You're being offered some sort of, the word reward comes, but some sort of, I don't want to say insight. It's some sort of something, like some seeds. Something is being offered to you, and it could be from the depths of your own self, or it could be others giving you this. Also, beware of your health. Make sure you're taking care of your health at this time. But this has to do with the rewards that you're seeking and planting a new future, is what I'm really feeling. It's planting. It's almost as if you're freed from this past. Expectations, from this bickering. You gain insight, the illusions are shattered, and you're finally able to move through, you know, freely towards your dreams, your passion, to start to produce the kind of life and stability and health that you want. Let's see, what time is it? Oops, gotta get going. All right. Let me see if there's any cards here for you. You know, we're going to go right here. No, we're going to go right here. I'm sorry. Because this is what the universe is saying, so this is where we're going to go. We're going to go right in here, and we're going to see what the universe has to say. Okay, there we go. Wow, if that isn't cool. All right, so let me tell you two things. One is that the wands are dominated by fire, the south. The wands are very bold, and they really have a lot of confidence. So you're going to come out of this, whatever this thing that you're letting go of, this tower moment, this realization, when realization and you free yourself, is look at the lion. The lion is also fire. You know, that Leo the lion, you know, a lot of fire energy, a lot of will. And so you have the opportunity to take the lead. It may be in work, personal, or family situations. You have the wisdom and knowledge to do what is best at this time. No more playing it safe and blending in with the pack. Shine your light and speak your truth. And yes, it could be this. It could be that you're just not happy in the pack. Nobody's listening. There's all this, you know, too many cooks in the kitchen, as it were. You've imprisoned yourself because you're in a situation that, and it could have been, like I said, it could be platonic, it could be family, it could be friendship, something, some sort of expectancy that is going to die. Your expectations, you're going to see the light, you're going to say, okay, well, it's not happening that way, or maybe I was a fool to think that way. And you're going to go forward with the seeds to plant a brand new future that's going to bring you stability, health, and well-being, and prosperity. There was another card that came out, decisions in fear and control. Oh yeah, this is what I'm seeing with this card. Some decisions and choices that you have made are based in fear and not your heart-centered knowledge. Fear is your ego wanting control. Take a step back and make a responsive choice rather than a reactive one. Then you're able to see the truth of the best choice with a calm and centered manner. So yeah, the universe is just clarifying that you want to do that. You want to do this. You want to step back, right? The hangman steps back and sees things from a different perspective. The high priestess, which is your higher self card, is also saying things are not as they seem, so we need to step back. All right, well, this reading was for Group A, and as always, I'm going to pick one of these little somethings, and because I have to make it quick, I'm sorry, guys. I really, was trying to get to this earlier today, but I was busy doing other responsibilities. So, responsibilities first, but all right, the universe picked this card out for you guys. Expression. Express your true self. The world needs you. Yes, yes, yes. Accept the cup of wisdom, the cup of peace. The world needs you. Express yourself. I see you doing this. I see you doing this. Moving forward in the wand, the Knight of Wands. This was your outcome. Starting something new. Yes, the world needs you. So just be who you are. Just have faith. Move forward. Look to your heart, your inner self, and your highest self, and be observant. Be observant, and just let that other stuff go. It's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. So that was for you, Group A. I love you all, and until next time, this is Amethyst Star Willow. If you're from the Treehouse, if this reading did not resonate with you, go ahead and check out the other readings. Maybe Group B or C will be better, or again, there are other videos there in my channel that you may find one that is more to your, resonates more. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and until next time, I love you all. All right. Oops. Sorry, you know what happens? And I'm just talking to myself, but I'm also talking to you. What happens is that when I am in a hurry, I get nervous. I don't know if I'm the only one, if other people get nervous too, but I certainly do get nervous. And so then I start making, I start fidgeting about, trying to see things. Something told me to leave these out. We're going to leave them out. And then now we're going to get ready for Group B. So that was Group A. Stick that there. And now we're going to go with Group B. Hello, Group B. If you've chosen this this group, then let's see what the universe has to say for you today. Let's see what the universe has to say for Group B today. There you go. A little quicker than usual. Spirit, what this group B need to know at this time? Please, for Group B, what does Group B need to know at this time? One more, the universe says. One more time. Woo! Group B, you're in a really wants to come out. All right, so this is a message for Group B. Oh, wow. There's the death of something. Wow. There's the fighting of something. Really? Seriously? You might want to go see Group A. Okay. A lot of anxiety here over something. And one more for clarification. Actually, two more for clarification. All right, let's start with this, and then we'll see what the universe has to say. We begin with there's a death of something for some of you. For you in Group B, this is the reading for Group B. There is a death of something. Could be a way of life is what I'm getting. But a way of life, not necessarily on the outer, but on the inside, which will ultimately affect the outside, right? When we make certain choices that are healthier, we show up and maybe we curb our addictions to sugar or whatever it is. There's a death of something so that there can be a rebirth. There's a death of something, but there's the challenge that won't allow this old way of being to die. This old way of looking at things, or this old way of interacting with others, or this old way of living your life that isn't healthy, right? And in order for you to live a healthy life, you have to let go of something, right? So there's got to be the death of something. The challenge is that there's a lot of bickering. And in this case, I really feel like this might be an internal, but it could be an external thing too. But it could be a lot of talking yourself out of the death of something that you need to let go of. Maybe you're not living life in the way that you want. Maybe you are working in a job or in a relationship that you're not really happy with, and it could be platonic, doesn't need to be romantic. Maybe you are you have there's things, you want to be healthier, it could be anything. There's the death of something, and something won't let you. The challenge is you're fighting it either internally, or others are fighting it and don't want you to change and let go of whatever it is that needs to be let go of. You have the same. It's really funny because the inner child, this is card of the inner child, the foundation card, is offering you peace. And a lot of the answers lay inside of you, in your subconscious. If you meditate, you can slow things down, or if you'd rather, in your dreams, or you can journal, slow things down so you can look at things calmly and reasonably and accept the peace that comes with such things as meditation, journaling, because you get to put your thoughts down and really see what it is that you want and that's working for you and what isn't. And you can also plan by writing things down, by keeping a journal or meditating and seeing what you have accomplished and what you still need to accomplish. So the universe is asking you, your inner child is asking you to accept this cup of peace and insight that is within you. Your past was the Ace of Swords, and in the past you really wanted to be able to cut illusions, from the truth. You wanted to see clearly. You wanted to see justly and without bias, with impartiality. There's in the past you wanted, or you did, some of you may have seen things a little more clearly or started out on that path. And that could be why there's the death of something, because in the past you were given some sort of insight. You asked for it. It came from within you. The universe offered, the hand of God. The universe offered to you. Spirit offered you what you were asking for, and you were asking for clarity. And this clarity might have come to the point where now you say, okay, now that I'm clear, there's got to be an end to something that is no longer serving me. Again, there's either others or an internal fight going on within you, where ego is like, no, I don't want to give this up, or blah, blah, blah. So that is your challenge, is to give it up. Your higher self says that unless you give this up, there's a lot of anxiety because of this. It's as if once you see the truth, once you see clarity, and you continue to do something that is harmful for you, or being in a situation, a relationship, or whatever, that isn't true to you. It isn't you, it isn't the truth, and you don't let it go, there will be a lot of anxiety. So the universe says, let it go. The more you can let it go, the more you'll be able to see clearly and let go of the anguish. The card of self has to do with a romanticizing of the past. Basically a romanticizing of the past, of gifts that were exchanged, of a nostalgia, that maybe that's one of the things you don't want to let go. There were certain things that brought nostalgia, and it could be things as easy as cleaning out your closet, the death of being, of hoarding things, whatever, it could be the death of anything. It could have been the the nostalgia of thinking, you know, a lot of times, oh, in the days gone by, life was better, la la la. You know, it's like, no, that, you know, sometimes we don't see things as they really were. There were obstacles and challenges. There have always been. That's life. You know, that there's never a time where there isn't. It's just, do we pay more attention to it or less? And here in our higher self card, spirit is saying you're focusing too much on this anxiety. You need to let it go. You need to let whatever that is, you need to let it go. um, the environment right now, it's asking for temperance. It's asking for you to find the balance between the heart and the mind, between the inner and the outer. It's asking for you that when you don't know what to do, seek the balance, seek the middle, you know, especially if you have to move and do something, you know, because we can't just sit there and wait until, you know, the cows come home. Sometimes we have to act. So we act in a way that brings us health and balance, not just to us, but to our life and to our surroundings and those around us. And so I see that as temperance. And also, temperance is asking you to balance between your insights, your subconscious, and your conscious, what you see on a daily basis, to what you want with what you have, and find a way of making what you want manifested, you know, by letting go of that which no longer serves you. Your hopes and fears are for victory. Is that after this very long and arduous journey that you've been on for a while to gain clarity about something, whether this is a spiritual quest or a psychological or mental or even physical quest with others, once you've asked for this clarity, and you can tell, there are those that are maybe jealous or don't feel you deserve it. Your hopes and fears are that you will be victorious. Your fear could be that you are afraid you won't be victorious, and your hope is that you will, that you'll be able to be victorious in this journey. Your outcome is about a choice. There's some choice that is very dear to your heart that you need to make. It's Two of Cups, and twos usually are about duality and some sort of decision. So you've come to some sort of place in your life, and you're putting off this decision, whatever it is, the death of something, and you're going to have to make that choice. You're going to have to make, you know, that choice, and pray about it. It'll come. That's why I think one of the biggest things is to accept the peace and to be tempered, to be in balance and sort of step back. If it's bringing you anxiety and pain, that's not the way. If it's bringing you peace inside and harmony, even if life is tough, but you feel peaceful about the journey, then you know you're on the right journey. If it's bringing you nothing but anxiety and anguish, and it just seems like at every turn it's trying to slow you down, then you might want to rethink, because it could be that parts of that journey are not for you. There's certain things you need to let go of. You need to let die. You need to let them go. So there is a choice to be made. And that choice has to do with two things. That choice has to do with being insightful, governing your emotions, you know, balancing your emotions, again, temperance, being insightful, listening to your inner self, your subconscious, being fair-minded, being creative, and passionate about, you know, following that passion. You know, in other words, you have to make this choice. Well, which is the choice? Whatever the choice is, like I said, is it bringing you fulfillment and passion? Does it make you feel good? Does it empower you? You know, like in the King of Cups. And be careful, because the King of Cups is a little bit romantic and a little bit idealistic, which is why we're looking at the Hermit card. Remember when I said about meditation? The Hermit is just that. The Hermit is looking inside, and he's looking at all the facts, and he is integrating and digesting and seeing what illuminates his path, so he can bring it out and guide himself. And by showing up and guiding himself without even realizing it, he's guiding others. Okay? So that is what I got for you, Group C. I do want to know if there's anything else that can help. Okay, I don't know if this is from one of you guys, but I'm getting somebody here is asking for an angel card. So I'm going to see what the little angels bring. Well, I got the same card as before, so that enthusiasm and expectancy. But let's see. We'll take those. We will take them. It has a little angel here, just for you. Know that guidance is with you. You are never alone. No matter how bad things seem, the universe is with you. Simplicity. The universe wants you to simplify. When decisions get too hard, when there's too much going on, when there's all this mishmash, simplify. Get down to the root of why you're feeling this way and why you need to let go. We have truth. Get to the truth of the matter. How do you really feel? How does your inner child feel? Let go. Don't be afraid. Don't just hang on to the past because it's nostalgic, because you felt safe. Do all things with balance. So we have truth, change is coming, and clarity. All right, so here you go. Clarity is what you asked for in your past energy. Clarity is what the universe gave you. And this propelled everything. Change, death. Things can no longer stay the same. There's got to be a death of something. Something that isn't working for you. Simplify, get to the truth. Spirituality and strength. Okay? These are the key words that the universe wants you to know. These are the messages from your angels, is asking you to be honest, to simplify, be prepared for the change because you asked for it with clarity. Now you can't go back. It's like somebody turned on the light and all of a sudden you see something and it's like, okay, you can't just say, turn off the light, let's make it dark again and pretend it's going to go away, because it won't until you resolve it. Okay? All right, my loves. This is for Group B. I pray for all of you. And things, you're going to make the right choice. I know that. I know that. Because your outcome cards say, not only is there a choice, but here you are. You have the wisdom. You have the strength. You are the King of Cups. And you need time to meditate. Get at the truth. And seek that spiritual side of yourself. You're asking for it. This is where that clarity came. I get that really strong with you, Group B. So until next time, this is Amethyst Star Willow. If this resonated with you, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if not, check out my channel, because I'll have other readings there for you. And yes, you know what? Where was that Temperance card? Balance. This is your last little message for Group B. Taking time to replenish your mind, body, and soul is a must. Enjoy this time to reconnect and make yourself a priority. Ask yourself, what is serving me and what is taking from me? So what is serving me and what is taking things from you? Much can be revealed when you stop putting yourself at the bottom of the list. All right, Group B, I leave you with this. I love you all. And until next time, this is Amethyst Star Willow from the Treehouse. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And if this video did not resonate with you, then go ahead and check out my other videos and see if something there might resonate with you. Okay, this reading is for Group C, and we are going to go directly into this reading. Okay. All right. So for you, Group C, what I'm seeing is there's a rejoicing for coming together. What I really feel is that there's a rejoicing for things that have been accomplished. There's like a recognition and a joyful celebration for things that you have accomplished so far, and sort of meeting together with friends. It's like, wow, I don't know, there's like a blessing, something. So there's a rejoicing in that. There is the challenge of rebirth in the judgment. And what I'm seeing is that you are either partying too much or celebrating so much because of what you have, accomplished, yes, but we can get lost in that celebration and hang on to just the festivities without moving forward. Because we can't stay in the same place. That's like staying as a child forever because it's easy. No, you have to move forward and the next part of the journey. And the next part of the journey has to do with being your true self and accepting yourself and parts of yourself for who you really are so that you can be rebirthed. So this could be you, it could be a project that you're having that you're trying to manifest. It could be a relationship. I really feel like it's probably more you and a project, but I could be wrong. And it's standing up in your own power and being your true self. That's what judgment is about. It's also a karmatic card. So if you've been, if you've lived if you've tried your best, if you showed up and tried your best, then, you will reap the rewards of that as well. I didn't say perfect. No one's perfect, but trying your best. The card of your inner self, your inner child, is hope. It's the star. It illuminates. It's lighting the path for you. It's wishing you well. It's saying, you can do this. I believe that you can do this. Or rebirth is happening and your inner child is hopeful that you will take that path and allow yourself to be born again, or your project to be born again. Maybe you had put it on the side somewhere, or maybe you had put part of yourself that you didn't believe in, a certain part of yourself, and you put that part of yourself aside, whether it's writer, artist, musician, mother, teacher, whatever it was, something, poet, whatever it was, and you're caught up right now in celebrating with others. And yes, you've accomplished so much, but you're not over. Your journey's not over yet. And there's got to be a rebirth coming to standing up to you, to being who you truly are. And your inner self is hoping, your inner child is hoping that you will take that step forward. The past energies have had to do with a choice. And this choice could have been romantic. It could have been platonic. It was something passionate. It was something about, there was a duality, and it was trying to bring that together, trying to meld the two together, the parts of self together that were in opposites, sort of like the yin and the yang. And the love affair with self. And again, this could have been a relationship with someone, or it could be the relationship with self, which I'm almost feeling more as a relationship with self. And this is where the celebration is. Beware you're thinking of lack. This is your spirit card. Your higher self is saying you have much to be grateful for. You're focusing maybe a little bit too much on lack. You're holding on too tightly to something so that there cannot be a rebirth. You haven't let go. So you're grabbing onto it for security's sake. Maybe it isn't the best for you, but you feel that, gee, if I let go, what will happen? So you need to let go of that. I also see this, this is your future card that's coming in right now. And what I'm seeing is this is the end of a cycle. You've worked really hard towards something. Again, we started out with a celebration. You've worked really, really hard. And you're going to continue this journey. Don't hold on so tight, but you're going to reach wherever it is that you're going to go. Whatever it is that you embarked on, whatever journey, whatever it is that you've wanted to do, even though it's been burdensome at times, because life is, you've reaped a good reward. You have a lot to show for your efforts. And now you're ready to sort of like cash it in, right? It's going to, this is the end of the burdening, of the cycle of burden, and the beginning of the cycle of cashing in on that burden, you know, and I don't necessarily mean money wise, but even cashing in spirit wise, you know, feeling that rebirth, the new sense of you, the new sense of empowerment, the new sense of strength. We're going to get to the outcome in a minute because I think it's very funny. The moon card is your card of self. And what I'm seeing right now with you is that you're in a place of, you don't have all the answers. There are things hidden from you, and you wish, don't we all, that you knew what it was you were supposed to do. You know, that you could be more clear with yourself. And actually, you already know. You already know. You're just not letting go. You're afraid to take that step that's going to bring you the rewards that you're seeking. Your environment is working together with others or all parts of self for this situation, this project, this relationship, whatever it is that you're trying to bring together. It's as if all parts of you are either working together or you are working together with others to build something, this dream, this something that you want to bring. Your hopes and fears is that there will be a celebration. And so, you know, fearing that maybe it won't come true and hoping that you get to celebrate, that you find your way back to you, you find your way home, you get to celebrate in this either spiritual quest or material quest or physical quest or whatever kind of quest that you've embarked on. And your outcome card is amazing because you have the Emperor and the Empress. And so remember when I said that your past card was as if there was a duality of nature and trying to merge your inner and outer. It could be your conscious and subconscious. It could be your higher self and your earthly self. It could be the yin, the yang. Well, here, and that's what I'm feeling too. Here you have as your outcome card, you have the Emperor and the Empress. You are complete. And not only are you complete, but you're managing to, you have rebirthed. You have rebirthed into this amazing person that is so complete, that is nurturing, that is loving, that is bountiful and shares, and this person that is wise and strong and stable. So that is what I have for you, Group C. This was for Group C. As always, I'm going to just forgiveness. There might be a forgiveness of self that is necessary, or forgiveness of others that is coming through for somebody, maybe not all of you, but sometimes for self. Forgiveness of self for the way, for hanging on too tightly and taking too long to have faith and go with what it is that you felt in your heart, that your spirit was telling you. And, well, I'm going to leave it at that. I really do need to cut this short. And until next time, this is Amethyst Star Willow from the Treehouse. We did get Radiant Goddess Acceptance. You're an amazing goddess ready to fully understand how significant you are. Tap into your power by owning your beauty and potential and not by making any apology for it. And whether you're a god or a goddess, look at you. Look at you go. The Emperor, the Empress. You are complete. You are beautiful and magnificent. Until next time, my loves, this is Amethyst Star Willow at the Treehouse. If this reading resonated with you, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up, maybe share. And if it didn't, check out the other videos. Maybe something will, or one of the other groups, A, B, or C. All right, till next time, I love you. Bye.